All right, let's see if we can hear this noise she's talking about. They were told by a mechanic shop that it needed axles without even looking at it because it makes a clicking noise when turning. On a Honda or Acura of this era, I'm leaning more towards sway bar links or control arm bushings. And then of course that shop apparently shut down literally like a week later before they installed them. I hear the noise. I'm not saying it's not axles, it could be, but it was not properly diagnosed. So you hear the same thing going over bumps. There's really not enough rhythm to that sound to make me think it's CV axles. Actually, watching it back on video, it does sound pretty rhythmatic, but my point still stands, I just don't think I've gotten there yet. So first thing we want to do is just check for wheel movement, side to side or up and down play that should not be there. Nothing on the passenger side. And nothing on the passenger side. The rest of this, I'm just gonna pull it up on ramps. All right, first thing here I'm gonna yank on are these sway bar links. Listen to that. Worn out sway bar links. That is the driver's side where the sound is worse. Let's feel the passenger side here. Same on the passenger side. So you'll notice here that the CV boot has absolutely no sign of damage. Same with the inner boot. Give them a little shake. I'm not feeling anything out of the ordinary. I want to test this ball joint. Looking good there. Both sides have a plug that's not plugged in anything. Is that normal? It's not the wheel speed sensor, that's up there, and that plugs in right there. Luckily this was easy to find. My best guess, based off of my experience with clunk noises, is more than likely, even after the sway bar links, there's going to be some. But since we know 100% that those are bad, that is the best place to start and go from there. Also, there is a perfect sign that this axle's been replaced before. It's got a newer axle nut and they never staked it. Don't bring your car somewhere who tries to diagnose it over the phone. Again, even if the axles are slightly bad, this job was completely misdiagnosed and needs something much cheaper than what was originally gonna be done. Oh man. Floppy, clicky joint. I want to point out that these sway bar bushings are a little bit worn out too. And those will absolutely make noise, but they'll usually make a little more of a thud rather than a clack. And these new links actually have flats on them, so you can use a wrench instead of vice grips. Give that one just a little extra man muscle. Gotta pry down on the sway bar, line these up. Of course, the new nuts are a different size. You know, even if the axles are bad and making a lot of noise, the customer would give them over $1,000, and these sway bar links would absolutely still be making noise. And that can lead to a pretty angry customer. You fixed a problem, but not all the problems with similar symptoms. This joint feels a little bit looser, actually. Man, just backing out, I'm telling it, there's a huge difference. I haven't heard a noise yet. There was a little one. As I somewhat predicted earlier, due just to my experience, there are still a few noises, but it's nowhere near as bad. Realistically, we probably took care of 70 to 80% of the noise. Again, maybe the axles are making up that other 20 to 30% of the noise. My whole point here is basically, don't take your car to a shop that diagnoses it over the phone. Even if it seems like a cookie cutter issue, in this case, if that shop followed through and replaced those axles, which there's 3 of them, there's an intermediate shaft on that car, you have to remove the exhaust pipe. It's actually a pretty laborious job when it comes to axles. It was close to a $1,000 repair. They'd get the car back and it would still be making noise because those sway bar links would have been clacking away.